The King of Monsters and the Eighth Wonder of the World are all set to return in the next chapter of the Monsterverse, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. So it looks like big cities need to be evacuated once again. Ahan. So start munching on those appetizers, because we've got all the inside scoop on this upcoming blockbuster. Take a look. For those of you who are newcomers to this really fun and thrilling blockbuster, here's a quick recap of what the franchise is all about. You see, Godzilla first appeared in 1954, and since then he has starred in a whopping 38 pictures, 33 of which were produced and marketed in Japan by Toho Co. Limited, and 5 made in the United States, including a jaw-dropping sense of scale and plenty of borderline catastrophic monster fights. And even though Godzilla King of the Monsters showed viewers that even after Godzilla defeated the terrifying Mutos, there were still more monstrous threats to Earth. Now we know that Godzilla almost died at the hands of the evil monarch, Ghidorah, but the mutant lizard monarch survived and now calls himself king. So while Godzilla may be the most well-known monster today, there once reigned another monster king on a remote island known as Skull Island. Meanwhile, with Kong Skull Island, King Kong returns to the big screen, showing the great ape defending his island home from invaders. Decades later, in the fittingly titled Godzilla vs. Kong, the two titans then finally meet head-on, and while they begin as ancient enemies, they eventually team together to defeat the rogue Mecha Godzilla. And of course, now 3 years later, Godzilla and Kong will team up again in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Yet the true question is whether the two titular monsters will once again be enemies, or if they will create a chilly alliance to take on a new threat in the next chapter of the Monsterverse, which is certain to be an epic collection of havoc and destruction. As for the cast of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, this movie will feature several returning cast members from the 2014 film Godzilla vs. Kong, where Kaylee Huddle will play Gia, Kong's young human friend, and Rebecca Hall plays monster expert Dr. Eileen Andrews. On the other hand, Brian Tyree Henry plays conspiracy theorist Bernie Hayes. Dan Stevens, star of Downton Abbey, will also be joining the ensemble in a major role. Additionally, with Rachel House, Alex Ferns, Fala Chen, and Mercy Cornwall, the cast seems to be rounded out by the talents of a few other well-known actors. Not to forget Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Julian Dennison, and Kyle Chandler, who starred in Godzilla vs. Kong, may or may not return, although it seems likely that they will not. Now in the clip, which lasts for a little over 30 seconds, more or less a trailer for now, an ape giant reclines on a throne made of bones and other relics. Near the cemetery's entrance are two enormous skulls that can only be Godzilla's and Kong's. So a logical assumption is that the ape on the throne is an unknown enemy. But the monster looks far skinnier than the hero of the story, and has an air of villainy about him. Not to mention, after debuting the film's title card, the teaser for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire features an extreme close-up of this unknown blue-eyed enemy, and then reveals the film's upcoming release date, which we will be sharing in just a few minutes. And even though we have touched upon the plausible villain of this upcoming thriller, here are a few more details regarding him, saving you the trip to the Google search bar. For one, we know that the teaser appears to feature a thinner, more ominous ape sitting on a throne and observing us with malice in his eyes. As a result, it appears that Kong himself will not be the film's main enemy. Whereas one crucial detail also suggests that the rival will be armed with a terrifying secret weapon that will give it the upper hand in the upcoming conflict. Not to forget, the ape with blue glowing eyes spotted in the night is easily Kong's true enemy. It's the same color that's emitted when Godzilla of the Monsterverse prepares to employ its atomic power, so it's an homage to that scene. That is why this may be an atomic ape similar to Godzilla, in that it has learned to harness radiation from the Earth's core. It also fits the film's narrative that the villain undergoes this kind of development while hiding out beneath Skull Island. So there's that. Then again, as a follow-up to the action-packed Godzilla vs. Kong, the plot of this part in the Monsterverse franchise will feature an all-new cinematic adventure pitting the mighty Kong against the fearsome Godzilla as they face off against a gigantic, as-yet undetected threat hidden within our world that threatens their existence and ours. Also, in case you were wondering, in what would be a first for the Monsterverse franchise, it has been announced that the film's director, Adam Wingard, will be the man behind the wheels for this one. Meanwhile, the production team looks quite lit too, given that the masterminds behind the movie's upcoming success will be none other than Alex Gracia, Mary Parent, Thomas Tull, John Jashney, along Eric McLeod. So make sure to mark April 12th, 2024 on your calendars, because this particular blockbuster is not to be missed. currently a proper trailer is not available, so make sure to savor the teaser in the meantime. And while that's it for today's video, make sure to slam on the bell icon with Godzilla X Kong strength, because we are counting on you.